All right, so this first video that I'm making is going to focus on how Kicatan like to defend and sort of the areas I think we can maybe exploit. So right here, we got the game paused, and I really just want to point out how far into the half the Kicatan back line is here. So we know they like to play a high line. We know they like to get forward. That makes them dangerous when they have the ball in our final third, but of course it creates opportunities when we win that ball back. So we're going to look here in just a second. I'll play the video a little bit just so you can sort of see them moving around here and how they keep creeping forward. Not too much comes of this, but it's just to get a good idea of how they like to space. All right, so here is a counter attacking opportunity that Gloucester gets, and we want to look at how the back three sort of react to this ball getting played in behind them here. So we see that they're pretty narrow, they're defenders. And when this ball goes back, I want to pause here and emphasize again that this is where the space is right here. And Gloucester doesn't really do a whole lot with this because when the ball gets into the corner, the guy takes too many touches. If we get a ball through the middle and you're one-on-one with the keeper, we want to try and score. But when the ball goes into the corner here, we need to trust that our midfield is going to make these late runs towards the edge of the 18, and that our wide player on the weak side is going to be making that run to the far post. So we see once again right here, ideally he'd look to play a cross in right now. Okay, they've recovered a little bit. We see 7 sees the danger, but he's too late. But an earlier ball into the penalty area spot here would really leave Kicatan exposed. And that's not to say we're going to score a goal every time we do it, but that's just where some opportunities are going to be. I'll finish this clip out before I pause it here. All right. All right, so here we're going to see something of a recurring theme in this video is that number 8. I don't know if he just had a bad game or what, but he's going to get caught out a couple times, and we're going to see here where he sort of makes a mistake trying to keep the ball close and play it out right here. And that kid, Chandler Records, he's Gloucester's best player, just takes it off of him. And once again, this isn't quite as glaring of an example, and I think he does try to cross it here. They actually do have midfielders coming back to help out, but just number 8 in possession he made some questionable decisions essentially in this video. So we're going to see a couple more examples of him doing that here. All right, here's going to be, this is not a counterattack. This is actually Gloucester playing with the ball in front of the Kicatan defenders. And what we're going to see is how vulnerable they are to combination plays here. And they get called for offside here, Gloucester. But I think he might actually have been onside. And what does them in here is the quick movement of the ball there. We see that they really do overreact to where the ball is. Look how narrow they are defensively here. And I mean, it makes sense based on how narrow Gloucester is attacking here. But a lot of space opened up in between those defenders here. If I skip back just a second. So you can see that ball played through again. They do get caught ball watching. So obviously counterattacking is going to be our best bet for scoring against them. There's that space I was talking about. But when we do have a bit of sustained possession and they're in position, we want to play as many 1-2s in this area as possible. Again, if you're taking 4, 5, 6 touches in here, that's what they want because they want to crowd out the ball. They're not super athletic. They don't react really well to quick movements of the ball. So when we get in and around there, we want to play it as fast as possible. And that's something that we'll do some drills with on Monday in preparation for this game. Play this through here a little bit. It looked onside to me, but it got called. We know how high school refs are. All right, so we're going to see a couple things in this video here. We're going to see number 8, again, take up a bad position against Records here. And again, this is why I don't really like to play a high line because I feel like it's going to give too many one-on-one opportunities to the other team. We're going to see him take up a bad position and a ball get played in behind him. And again, we're going to see their defenders overcorrect to the ball side and leave some space for the cutback. So look at this. Ideally, he'd be a little bit deeper here. They've got 2 defenders here. And look at this. This guy is essentially tasked with marking 3 players right here. So we're going to play this out. Ball goes in behind him. Records. That kid is quick. And once again, right here, the cutback should be on. Look at these 2 guys in the space they have. Ideally, he'd be going far post. He'd be pulling up right here between the 18 and the penalty spot. I think Records tries to shoot here, which is not a terrible decision from there. But we see right here that we have tap-ins if that ball comes across there. So we want to make sure that we don't give them time to realize how exposed they are, because they got the people coming back, but they're just way too late. So again, when those balls are played into these channels in this space here or in this space over here, we want to get that ball back into the middle quickly there. All right, here we're going to see why Kecoughtan are a little bit exposed at the back. And it's because when they pick the ball up and they go forward, I'm going to pause it right here. Their entire midfield here is looking to get up. They don't really leave a holding midfielder back to protect their defenders. So this is why they end up getting exposed. And it's also why we see all these Gloucester players looking ball side here. Really, they should be looking over their shoulder to pick up these Kecoughtan players. So we're going to watch Kecoughtan go forward here, and then we're going to see how they leave themselves vulnerable to the counterattack. There it is. We see here they've got 1 midfielder back, so they actually did leave a holding mid player back. And look, their entire defensive line is in the opposition half. If Records checks his run and just waits right there in midfield, he's onside. Of course, as soon as he crosses that black line, as crooked as it may be, he's offside, and nothing comes of this. But you see that the opportunity there was completely on. And I mean, that's a Kobe special right there. We know he's scoring that if we get that ball in. So again, back to front as quickly as possible. Get that ball forward. Don't let their defenders get set. If we go back here, don't let them get set, and we want to take advantage of their aggressiveness here, how they like to push their entire back 4 forward. Again, if this were us defending, I'd want my defenders a good 15, 20 yards back here, at least the center backs anyway. Maybe the fullback here is fine. But we don't want to allow those runs in behind, because we know that a high school ref is just as likely to call that as being onside as he is getting the call right, which he did here. Okay, so I mentioned the Kobe special earlier. This is what we'll call the Julian special here, because on just a cleared ball here, look at this. Look at that. These defenders, they don't like playing running back towards their goal. They've got a speedy center forward here, and that just lumped clearance leads to what maybe should be a goal. This defender here, I can't tell, that might have been our boy number 8 there. He actually does a really good job recovering there. But I don't think this is a position that Kecoughtan wants to find themselves in, with Kobe, Ali, AJ, really any of those guys running onto that ball. So again, those balls over the top, they might not be pretty. They might not write books about it, but they work. And we're in the business of winning, not winning style points. So if they're going to play their defenders all the way up here at midfield, we're going to look to exploit that. Play it one more time here. Yeah, that was good tracking back from that defender. Real good effort from him there. And I think this leads to a penalty right there. Yeah. And we'll look at it really quickly, just because it's kind of crazy. But their keeper makes 2 saves back-to-back here, and the taker hits it almost to the exact same spot both times. And it's about chest high to the keeper's left. That one was a little bit more center. I think it's the next one that's more chest high. But we see which way the keeper likes to go. The keeper likes to go to his left. I don't know what they called there, but they get to take another penalty immediately after this. So we'll look at that one too. And the keeper actually saves it again. And it's hit to about the same spot. So good stuff from the keeper there. Not great penalties, either one of them. They were at a really good height for the keeper. But just keep that in mind. If anybody ends up taking a penalty in that game, Ali, Kobe, that's probably where he wants to go, is high. He wants to try and knock out a high ball. So we want to shoot low either side of him, probably to his right-hand side too. All right, so here we're going to see, again, Kecoughtan Getting a little bit of a bother by a lump over the top from our keeper here. So that ball's pretty simple to deal with, but Records puts the pressure on him. He actually doesn't do terribly there, the defender, but we see that that's clearly not a ball he was comfortable dealing with. And we're going to see the same thing here at about 30:05. I'm not going to pause the video. I'm going to skip ahead to it here. That he's just really either having a bad day or someone that we want to target. So he misses that ball there, and it ends up working out okay. But they didn't have a particularly high line there. But their defenders, in my opinion, are not reliable enough to play the way that they play here with the high line. Okay, so what I want to show you here is that, again, a transition from defense to attack, how narrow the Kecoughtan defenders are right here. So, again, you can't really fault him in this instance. There aren't wide players streaking into space at this moment, but he doesn't really have a long option here. So he does the right thing. He holds the ball up a little bit. But when that happens, we know that knowing that these Kecoughtan players like to play as narrow as they do, when we hold the ball up, this is where we want to look for those big switches and the long diagonals right here. As soon as this guy comes back onto his right foot, if he would have seen it, look at the space that this guy has to attack right here. So if that right there, if that ball gets played in, I mean, there's nothing that anybody can really do about that there. So when we can't go long early and we do have to check the ball back a little bit, look to switch the fields, look to play those long diagonals. And that means, of course, Issei, AJ, Jesus, whoever it is in those wide areas, when you're on the weak side of the play, be aware of that, and definitely let the man on the ball know. Clearly, he's not playing FIFA here, so he's worried about the guys in front of him. He can't always see that that's available. So let people know when that diagonal is there to be played. And then we see here, now Kecoughtan's able to get reorganized a little bit. And they are pretty disciplined about getting back up to hold their line. So we have to make sure that when we make that initial run and the ball doesn't come, we don't get frustrated, that we check back. All right, this is going to be the last clip that we look at in this video. And again, we're going to see number 8 trying to be a little bit too cute with the ball. We know Kecoughtan likes to play out from the back, and there's a time and a place for that. But this is going to show how dangerous it is. So right here, I don't like this idea of playing him the ball right here. I think the ball should be coming into the wide area or just lumping it out of play if possible. But we see here, he gives the ball away there. And look at this. He's just offside when that ball comes through. And he scores here, but you can see from the shadow the flag did go up and the referee called offside. So if we run that back here, again, they're playing the ball. They like to play those short passes. The pressure was on. And again, they just narrowly escaped. It is kind of remarkable to me that Kecoughtan was able to win this game, because from the footage, it looks like Gloucester should have scored more than one goal, for sure. All right, so in summary, these are the things that we know about the Kecoughtan defense and what we are going to try and do about them. So number 1, we want to move from defense to attack as quickly as possible. You know that my philosophy is, when they have the ball, we want to get bodies back, that we want to force them to break us down. We won't want to give them any one-on-one opportunities. But also, when we win that ball, move from back to front as possible. If you can slide the ball out to somebody's feet in a forward position, that's fine. But when in doubt, just hit the ball long, because we know that that's going to create some chances. When we were picking the ball up in our own midfield area, don't take people on. If you have the choice, keep the ball moving. We do not want to give them time to regroup. So we want to move the ball from back to front as quickly as we can. And number 2, when we hit those long balls and it's not in the center area towards their goal and we're not being played one-on-one with the keeper, look to play those blind crosses. If Kobe, Ali, AJ, Jesus, Issei, whoever it is, if you're running towards the corner flag with the ball, instead of cutting the ball back and picking your head up to see what's available there, just hit some crosses into those wide spaces, or I'm sorry, not into the wide spaces, into the towards the penalty area, and hope that a midfielder or the wide player from the opposite side is checking into that space, because with them playing that high line and playing so narrow, they tend to overcorrect towards the ball. And if we want to press someone, if we want to try and win the ball for them, number 8 seems to be the guy. I'm pretty sure he'll be playing at center back again.